Hey guys, um, I decided that I was going to make a video tonight talking about something that I don't talk about very often. I really wanted to divulge a bit into my writing, and especially my fan fiction, because even though I love poetry, fiction, and non-fiction, I've become very attached to writing fan fiction, particularly in the Godzilla fandom, kaiju fan fiction. For those of you who've never read any of my fan fiction before, my Kaiju series focuses on a group of gifted humans called psychics, and in a sense it's kind of similar to X-Men because these people are marginalized from society because they are born with these special mental abilities that cannot really be explained through conventional means, and people are afraid. But these psychics are very important when it comes to defending the world from various alien species or different monsters that are, in existence. And the stories are about their adaptation to society and how they manage to function with relationships, yet still have these amazing powers, and how these powers relate to the kaiju world, how they relate to Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and basically the stories focus on this constant conflict that they're going through with managing all of the stuff going on in their life, and managing the discrimination, and managing um, these cataclysmic things that happen to the world because of these monsters and these people out to get the human race, out to conquer the planet. Now, those of you who have read my stories probably have noticed that the main characters share the real names of myself and my friends. Most people discourage this when it comes to writing. However, in this instance, I find it acceptable because it makes the story more personal. Um, I wanted to create these characters with our names, with our personalities, in order to create some sort of relationship molded from our real life experiences, and see which goes into detail about how we would react to these different situations, and I just find it really interesting. And I think it's what keeps me writing these stories. And I think I'm on the 8th or ninth installment of this series, which I've been writing since like 2002. Um, for those of you who don't know, the stories go in chronological order. The first one is The Return of Batra. The second one is Mothra and Godzilla, The Final Mistake of Humanity. The third one is Godzilla vs. Madra, Darkness Returns. Madra 2, The Elias People. Madra 3, um, The Spirit of Biolante, Mothra and Godzilla Future Destiny Book 1, and now Mothra and Godzilla Future Destiny Book 2. And there's a few little stories if in between, those things. The one reason why I want people to read my kaiju fan fiction, especially kaiju fans, is because my stories introduce human characters who are more elaborate than we see in um, kaiju movies, and I have people like Cindy and Christine to thank for this, because through reading their work I have been able to create more believable human characters and work with not only their characteristics, but developing the different monsters into having their own personalities as well. I mean, if you look at Mothra and Godzilla, they have completely different personalities, and they have feelings, and they're personified a lot mentally, and I think it's important to place our own perspectives on these different human characters and these kaiju. And I will honestly admit, when I first started writing this, when I first started way back in 2002 with The Return of Batra, I figured that this was just something fun for me to do. But over the course of the past almost 10 years in writing these stories, I've realized that I've put a lot of my own personality in my work, and I've really invested a lot of my own, like, energy into it. Not only with, like, the manual labor of writing, but with, like, the mental labor when it comes to creating these characters. And I remember a couple years ago when I used to go to counseling, like, my, counselor told me that I write these stories because it's a part of me that I shut off, that I do not, like, express. And it really has me fascinated, the psychology of writing these fanfics. Like, we pick something that we have a close connection with, in my case, the kaiju fandom, and we invest our energy into creating our own fantasy world. And it's just really interesting because a lot of people do this. And it's interesting to see all these different worlds that these people create. I know a lot of people on Kaiju Galaxy, regardless what kind of writing or art that you're doing, fan fiction, fan art, fan poetry, articles, analyses, reviews, people suffer from writer's block a lot, and especially in our fandom where there aren't as many movies being made anymore. I think it's important for us to maintain our creativity and maintain producing pieces of work that help contribute to the overlighting creative consciousness of our fandom. And my advice to all of you is to just create your own world. Create these different spectacles, delving from your own experiences, delving into your own experiences, and just make it your own. I mean, it's not that difficult once you set your mind to it, okay? I love you all. You all mean a lot to me, and I want you to know that I love reading your guys' work because it helps inspire me too. So if you guys ever need help with inspiration or anything, we have so many great writers on Kaiju Galaxy. Go in the Kaiju writing class and post something. Just be like, okay, I need help with this story idea, or hey, I need help with this title. We'll be more than happy to help you. And hell, I do it from time to time too, because God knows I need help with my writing from time to time. If you guys want to subscribe to my YouTube, please do. I would very much appreciate it. Down below I'll post links to my Facebook and my Twitter. You can follow me on both of those. And I'll also post a link to my fanfiction.net account and to the Kaiju Galaxy main site if anybody is interested in reading my stories, or if one of you Kaiju fans would like to submit something to the website. Yeah, thank you for your time. Have a wonderful night.